Welcome in.
Yay!
To the Unnecessary Star Trek podcast, where we do unauthorized audio commentary loosely structured around Star Trek episodes.
Nice.
My name is Erin.
I'm Sean.
My name is Matt.
I'm Jake.
Philippe.
Minwin?
And May.
Yeah. Oh, that was weird at the end there.
Right? We're all out of order. And we are going to watch Season 2, Episode 1, The Child.
With confidence.
Yeah. What was with the question mark at the end?
It
has one in the title that we can't see. It's a hidden question.
It is called The Child.
Yes, and I don't know how many minutes are on the thing because I don't see it right now on the Netflix version.
Well, I got 45 minutes and 39 seconds on the clock, and I'm punching the triangle. In 3, 2, 1, punch.
Nice. So maybe we should fill people in on why Erin is hosting this time around.
The triangle didn't punch on my end.
Yeah, I think we're having. I'll do it.
Jump on the boat. Yeah, come on.
Yeah, we're in.
So while you all are doing that,
I'm doing it. We're going. We're in.
Come on, get in the shuttle with us. We're leaving. We're going.
I actually watched this episode, which has never happened before.
Another first. This is an episode full of
First.
so many firsts.
Newsflash, warped history making made.
Yeah.
Can you do it up for me?
First time you entered the show, first time you watched the episode.
All the way through. I watched like a few minutes.
Riker's got a beard now.
First time Riker with the beard.
Oh.
So here we
Wolf's got
are. Do we know how much time has passed between?
This episode and
long enough for him to grow the beard.
Yes. Time has passed.
One beard ago.
And now they're calling him Mr. Crusher, and he's like hanging out.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wesley doesn't have his rainbow shirt anymore.
Oh, there it is.
That's a great right there.
Drink.
And so now they're talking nice. They're talking about Dr. Pulaski. They're just like dropping names of new people like it's no big deal. And we're like, what?
Actually, hasn't.
That's how you do a season opener.
Yeah, they're coming with all kinds of stuff.
Yeah,
Jordy's got
Jordy got a promotion.
Yep.
He got a promotion.
We're all like,
Wearing the yellow shirt now. He's not wearing red anymore. Worf got a promotion.
And
Worf
on up.
Time has passed.
I think they put a new air filter on his eyes.
yeah, he got a new HEPA.
A little shinier.
It's more microns there.
And I'm just like, when's Whoopi gonna show up? Like, I'm just like, when's it gonna happen? When's it gonna happen?
That's the reverse. The reverse Riker.
That's a reverse Riker when he ends up. That's great.
Spit your drink out.
Yeah. In different star systems, the reverse Riker has a whole different meaning.
Yeah, right.
Where is it best to have the reverse Riker done? Man.
So, okay, so I'm like, where's Whoopi? Where's Whoopi? I'm like, is that Whoopi? I'm like, is the unexplained energy Whoopi or Deanna's baby maker or both? I honestly am like.
Do you feel like Whoopi is unexplained energy? You know, or like
I didn't know because I'm like, they haven't said her, they haven't shown her yet.
I thought you said you watched this episode.
I did, but as I was watching it, I didn't know.
All she was waiting for was Whoopi to show up. Like,
So I'm like, is this Tinkerbell Whoopi? Or is it just going to rape Deanna and give her a baby that lives for one episode?
It's number 2.
Spoiler alert. It's number 2.
I mean, you chose one or the other. You got 50-50.
I mean, that's her binary choice for a lot of unexplained things. And
yeah.
Not just for this.
I'm like, is it Whoopi?
There's like a certain Disney magic to this
I know,
episode.
it is. It's Tinkerbell, and Tinkerbell comes and gives Deanna a little bit of time. Here we go.
That can't be Deanna.
Like, will you be my mommy?
There's Whoopi now.
Yeah.
She coalesces from that man's chest hair.
They made her up to look like a hairy-chested white man for this episode.
A Hasselhoff stunt double.
Yeah.
He did have a lot. That was quite a bear rug on his chest.
It's going up the shiny sheets. I'm like, what's happening?
Oh.
Matt, I hope you have your soundboard to play Careless Whisper.
The baby making.
For a hot second.
It's occurring right now.
I mean, it's how you
I thought you were being racy, Erin, when you said that it was going to rape Deanna and give her a baby, but apparently not.
Yeah.
That's exactly what's happening. Oh my God.
It is literally the plot of this episode.
Yeah. Which threw me off because I'm like, what's this got to do with an alien?
Wait, what does this have to do with Whoopi Goldberg?
Yeah.
Who we know is now the most important and main character in Star Trek.
Is she going to be the child?
It's very light on Whoopi.
It is, but she still steals the scene.
Every time Whoopi Goldberg is not on screen, everyone should be asking, "Where's Whoopi Goldberg?"
Yes, that's what I was asking.
Why isn't Whoopi here?
Having so many theories.
You have this energy.
Season 2 of Star Trek Next Generation, aka Sister Act 3. That's why we're here to see Whoopi.
You've been clamoring so hard for this episode, Erin. Are you a huge fan of Whoopi? Do you have like a favorite Whoopi movie?
I like her. I just got excited every time we'd sign out and I'd be like, wait, she's joining? Like, she does add a certain something. There's just something. She has charisma.
She has a big hat.
Yeah.
She loves a big hat.
She has a big hat.
You seen?
Yeah.
She's something that might feel familiar if you're not familiar with Star Trek already. I think.
Oh, she brings in a different audience. Are you saying?
Maybe. I don't know if I'm saying that.
Well-known actor now on the show, like at the 1988 when it aired.
Yeah, she was big stuff.
Yeah.
Really? She would be
They were surprised that she wanted to do this.
Yeah, we should talk about Whoopi. Do you want to do that now, or do you want to wait until
quickly do the specs real quick?
Okay, go ahead.
Missed the opening. The child, November 21st, 1988. So the season started really late in the year.
Because
Deanna is impregnated by an unknown alien life form, and Dr. Catherine Pulaski joins the Enterprise as the ship's new chief medical officer. Erin, what do you think the IMDb rating of this episode
I have
is?
to pass.
You watched it?
I had to. I have to pass. I have to abstain.
Oh, did you look it up?
No,
yeah,
she was going to do
that. You always do it. I just was like, do I have to do that? I will just throw out a clue to our friends. I think it's underrated.
I'm going to guess 6-2.
I'm going to guess 6-1.
6-4.
7-4. Let's do it. Come on.
Go ahead.
Come on, Whoopi.
It was a 5.8, I believe.
Oh,
which I think is I think it's actually a good episode.
Yeah, this is not a popular. This is not a well-regarded episode. This episode usually shows up on lists of worst episodes of Star Trek ever.
But it was fun to watch.
People don't like it.
I like that it introduced 2 new female characters. And
it is not the lowest rated episode of the season, though.
Oh, that's good.
I'm sorry. I love how irritated Picard is by everything Wesley does. Like,
yeah, he like moves away from him in the elevator. Like,
when he gets in the elevator, Picard's like, "Oh, this motherfucker!
Mom's not even here. You're still here.
Like, why are you even here?"
Yeah, it's like he's living with his stepdad now. It's like I'm not even with.
And he's already annoyed because I don't know if you missed it, but he's pissed that Dr. Pulaski's basically at the like bar of the ship. He's like, "This bitch didn't show up for work, but she's already found the bar."
Right. She was supposed to go to she was supposed to come up to the bridge to talk to him, and instead she fucking goes to 10 forward to hang out.
Already knows the club.
Yeah.
Dr. Pulaski knows how to live it up.
Yeah.
This is the first introduction of 10 forward, or has it?
It is.
I saw they added set after the first season.
Yeah, they built this because they realized they needed a place for the characters to hang out.
Yeah.
That wasn't the bridge. You know what I mean? Like they needed a place where they can just talk.
There she is.
There she is.
She looks really good.
Yeah. And that's literally, she just points
so
and then you don't see her for another like 20 minutes.
She has another scene, a bigger scene, but
she does. It's a long time from now. An entire baby goes from fetus to grad school for
again.
There she is.
So there's Dr. Pulaski.
Tough as nails Pulaski.
Yeah.
Played by Diana Muldaur, who was in 2 episodes of original series.
Same character?
No. She didn't play the same character in the 2 episodes. She played 2 different characters.
Oh, shit.
She played the father and the mother of Dr. Pulaski.
That's right.
She was trying to pull up Brent Spiner.
So she's a legacy hire.
Troy's like, I'm pregnant, and it's weird.
Now, I think that's new purple outfit for Troy. It's different than the one she wore in the first season.
Yeah, because the one in the first season was a different color.
It was lighter, yeah.
I really like the purple on her. It's very regal.
Riker is ready to get lawyers involved. He's like,
Riker's furious.
Put me down in front of Jerry Springer.
He is immediately like, I'm not buying that child's shoes.
Yeah. Shoes are free, though. I'm still not doing it.
You can just replicate them or something. Yeah, how does
10 hours ago and the baby's already like 6 weeks old. Things are accelerated.
Yes.
Oh boy, that sucks.
That's good though, right? Don't you want to just get them out of there, ladies?
Yeah.
What do you want it to be like in 9 months?
Would you rather do it for 9 months or 9 hours?
I don't know. You think all like the symptoms would compress and it'd be, that much more sucky.
Yeah. Although she's all like, you'd think it'd be that way, but I'm fine. Like, it's kind of annoying. She's like, she's fine. There's no pain in childbirth. I'm just like, what is this?
No pregnancy pimple or anything.
Clearly written by a man.
And
I think we actually
it's time to get an abortion. Worf is all about cutting that shit short.
Yeah, you just teleported out.
Well, they're worried, like, what's going on here? Yeah, he's asking because they're like, this ain't normal.
Wouldn't Riker be a little jealous here? Wouldn't he be a little?
He is.
He is. He's look at how he's acting. He's furious about this whole situation. He basically just called her. Just called her a slut. Like he was like, not to be rude, but who have you been fucking, Deanna?
Oh, well, that's none of his business. Come on.
Yeah,
who's that?
You guys totally did not acknowledge the subtlety in that fetus puppeteering. I was all like, I'm floating.
Puppeteering?
Floating.
Yeah.
It was good. Look at I don't know.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I see it now.
Troy has a title, right?
That definitely be like a practical
counselor.
Counselor Troy. So I got confused, actually. I forgot what her first name was, but in the IMDb, it's like, Deanna gets pregnant. I'm like, who the fuck is Deanna? And like, but I don't think they'd be like Jean-Luc or whatever Picard's name is, like, gets pregnant. Like, they would say Captain Picard. So I'm like, why didn't they say Counselor Troy?
Like we would refer to Riker.
You're saying somebody kind of sexist wrote the episode recap? Yeah, that probably is true.
So did this episode was this like
and there's a
cool
plague?
Did it deliver for you then, Erin? Did you get enough Whoopi from this? No, not nearly. You're like, Whoopi should have been a child.
Good scenes.
Look at her.
Just like she just pointed to where Pulaski was. Yeah, she's all pregger. She's gonna.
She's got her maternity clothes on. Like.
Yeah, she got maternity clothes pretty quick.
She's got future maternity. That's what the maternity clothes of the future will look like.
Yeah,
guys.
That's kind of what I wore. But my future maternity clothes were really just 80s maternity clothes that my sister let me. So I was like pregnant be Arthur for a while there.
Well, trends go in circles.
Yeah.
Like this outfit.
This is good.
And I was like, I need that.
He's like, we're having some problems down here with the COVID, Captain.
Yeah. Like, literally
people aren't wearing their masks.
Yeah. That's not how the mask works.
Yeah.
That's why your people are dying.
Yep.
We're here to show you the informational video again.
Well, yeah.
We'll just push play on the VCR.
What's that guy's name, Sean? That actor.
Seymour Cassel.
Yeah, he's in like The Godfather and shit, right?
Well, he had sort of a renaissance he was in a bunch of the Wes Anderson movies. So
I recognize him.
He's the dad in Rushmore.
Yeah. He was in a bunch of movies in like the 60s and 70s.
Yes, he was that. Yeah.
That's not Rip Taylor?
It is not. Although that is a good connect. They do look a lot alike. You're right.
Has a certain Rip Taylor vibe to him. You're not wrong, man.
Okay. Just put on the jacket. Have they ever been in the same room at the same time?
Has anybody ever seen Seymour Cassel and Rip Taylor in the same room?
Oh, yeah, and then Data gets in on it. He gets
damn. She got big fast.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, there's a reason why it's supposed to take 9 months. You kind of like work your way up to that.
Yeah.
So my answer is no. I would not want it to be in one day.
What about stretch marks, man? That's going to be a big thing if this is going that fast.
Wait. So you would rather do the whole 9 months of going through that? Oh.
What if you could get it down to 4 months or something?
So happy.
No, I'm not saying like it would be I'm saying if everything would be normal, but it was a 4 month versus a 9 month and everything was normal.
I think it all depends on your body. Like, how long does it take an elephant versus a cat? It's all relative to what needs to happen to be ready to do that thing.
How long does it take an elephant versus a cat?
It takes longer for an elephant.
Yeah, it's
I think they're pregnant for
12 months,
like a couple years or something.
Yeah, it's like 18 or 20 months.
Yeah, but they can still
So, anyways, Data's being all cute, sort of, but still.
It's been like the good dad.
He's just curious.
Elephant gestation 18 to 22 months.
Wow. Jeez, you guys are right.
You don't just want to do a Deanna Troi with an elephant. You want to take your time. That's what I'm saying.
Well, they have to. They're big. Takes a long time to grow.
So people need some time too. It's still like gotta get a big thing through a small thing.
Why is Data there?
It's like her birth coach.
Yeah, he just happened to be there when she went into labor. So,
but
there are too many men in the state right now.
That was like the most time I'd like listened to Data talk. He kind of reminds me of a mashup between the Scarecrow and the Tin Man.
Nice.
Like he looks like the Tin Man, but he acts like the Scarecrow.
Yeah. Okay. That's reasonable.
Well, I mean, now that we've gotten your...
why are they all there?
Yeah, he's like watching...
Well, it's an alien birth.
Well, she was raped by an alien life form, and
but couldn't they give her like some
privacy?
Some privacy and a phaser.
Well, you see, exactly.
See, and she's like, it doesn't hurt, and they're like underneath her. I don't know where the baby, where
did that baby come out of?
Whoa! You can see her on the chair.
And
it's tilted way.
Check out the Worf. He's like, can we abort it now? Like, you got to look on his
He's
face.
ready to kill it right now.
That's Worf's answer to everything. Worf's a shoot first, ask questions later kind of guy.
Now can we abort him?
I appreciate that they used a real baby for the prop.
That was
upright she did.
Wasn't a real baby. That was amazing puppeteering by the same guy.
That was the Quado doll from Total Recall.
Oh,
that's still not a real baby. Still not a real baby.
Looks just like
Neither
you,
is
Riker.
That's not a real Riker either.
Where do you suppose they got that baby? Whose baby do you think that is?
That's a puppet, and that's all we can say. Now we've got a licensed baby, so herefore there is a real baby.
That was an easy birth. Yeah. What? I mean, I suppose with 9 months you get to bond with the baby with the experience that you're having. Whereas, like maybe in a day, it's like more like you had indigestion.
Like one night stand. Yeah, this is like somebody you meet at the festival, and then you're like, never see him again.
Like, everyone acknowledges that this is a weird situation, but nobody seems to be like taking it with the like. I would be way more weirded out if I was Deanna.
Well, I think
but Deanna just seems like just seems like, yeah, I know it doesn't make any sense, but I have this baby now, and I'm super happy about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's like, enrolled him in daycare. You'll see in a little bit.
Like, she names it after her father. I mean, it's like nobody is
like
acting
a real
like
baby.
You have a weird alien baby now. Like, everyone's just like, isn't this wonderful?
They were guarding it because they weren't sure how it was going to go down. If it was
that's Worf guards everybody. Like, that's just his deal.
Oh, that feels weird. Riker saying it.
It is weird.
That.
I just wanted to let you know, Deanna, that if that's an alien baby, it belongs to Starfleet.
Technically, all babies born on a starship are the property of Starfleet.
Yeah.
It's one of those little known regulations.
You gotta get cleared.
Isn't this like an immaculate birth? Is Deanna Troi like the Virgin Mary right now?
She's no virgin, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, she's certainly not the Virgin Mary.
Twinkle Mary.
She's the artist formerly known as. So, explain to me how babies work, Doctor. I've been piloting around the universe and shooting aliens with phasers and tachyons. They always come out so fast.
There's actually something really sad that Picard says later. I'll tell you when it happens.
And now they're like, the baby was born yesterday, and now it's like 16 years old, right?
Yeah.
Is that what happens?
Yep.
Because it continues to grow just as fast as it did when it was.
This is basically the story of the movie Jack.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I guess
he's
so.
gonna die?
Was he born from an alien, though?
No. They never explained the reason why in Jack.
What was the movie?
He had that disease. That makes people.
What a cute.
What?
It's ridiculous.
Oh my gosh, that
How do
actually
you
looks
even
like
dress that
your
kid?
kids.
You should be able to see him grow. I want to put him in a box that just barely fits him and watch him grow.
I would where he's just constantly just doesn't quite fit in the clothes he's wearing at all times.
Mm-hmm. Like he's hulked out.
Riker's just like, he's already 6. I am really glad that I agreed not to buy that kid shoes.
He'd be broke, even though they're free.
Commanders don't make as much money as you think they would on a starship.
Yeah. You make nothing too? Yeah.
There were no salaries.
So Sean mentioned that this episode came late, relatively late, right?
Towards the end of November.
Yeah, because there had been a writer's strike, right? So
I thought you were going to say it's because of the Olympics or something.
No, they had a writer's strike, which caused all kinds of problems, and it's one of the reasons this season doesn't have as many episodes as the other seasons do. And this script is a rewritten script from the old Star Trek Phase 2 TV show that never got made. That they ended up turning it into Star Trek Star Trek the Motion Picture. Erin, you'll recall when we watched Star Trek the Motion Picture.
Yeah, the times.
And
the times.
because of the writer's strike, they were like, we need scripts. And they had this old pile of scripts from the 70s show, from the Phase 2 show lying around. So they took that old script and rewrote it to make it about Deanna instead of about, what's her face? Ilia.
Yeah.
Ilia from the movie. She was going to be the character that got pregnant if they had.
Persis Kambata.
You know, the great Persis Kambata.
The great V'Geeger.
So speaking of
you say V'Geeger, let it go, let it happen.
I say V'Geeger.
V'Geeger.
Let's all sing along.
V'Geeger.
This is a good. I like this scene too, where Data gets snippy about his name. It's Data, not Data.
Yeah, we should talk about what an asshole Dr. Pulaski is.
Yeah, she's. Well, I don't hate her, but I miss Dr. Crusher. That's part of it. She's kind of all business in a way that's different, but I actually find it intriguing, so I'm going to give her a chance.
If she wore a red wig, would you like her more?
You're in a very forgiving mood today, Erin. It's interesting. Like I was expecting you to be like, I don't like her. I don't like this.
I was expecting not to like her because of the shit talk we were doing, but I actually think she's kind of interesting. She's kind of no nonsense in a way that I think if she was a dude, we wouldn't care as much.
Well, it's not. The thing that most people don't like about her is the way she treats Data, because she's super racist against him. She's bigoted against Andrew.
Well, she's kind of being like a scientist about it. She's like, interesting that you care that I said your name wrong. I mean, she should try to get people's names right. I mean, that's a general courtesy, but like, she was like standing his chest like, you can get your feelings hurt. That's unusual. Like, she's treating it like a
non-human.
Yeah, she's bigoted against robots. That's what I just said.
This is the saddest part in the whole program.
This?
I'll tell you.
Why?
It's coming up.
Does Picard say the thing? The sad thing?
It's involving the puppies, but Picard has to get in the scene.
Jacob and May are calling us from jail, so they have to have their identities protected. Right?
Doing that again.
No, perfect.
Yeah, she's like, he's grown so much. Then she dropped him off an hour ago.
Yeah.
There's Chief O'Brien.
He's new, isn't he? Chief O'Brien?
He has been on the show at a couple of other times, but he is now officially Transporter Chief.
Yeah.
He's not called Miles O'Brien yet. He's just listed as Transporter Chief, but he will eventually become Transporter Chief O'Brien.
No. We all can hope.
And sticks around for a long, long time.
Who's that old creepy guy hanging out by the engine?
Rip Taylor.
That's the guy who was wearing the white.
I know.
He wasn't masked up.
I was Erin at a park and I saw that guy creep up.
Yeah.
What's he holding? Why is he at the kids' play structure?
I do love the kids' hair. That is like they went all in with the curls.
Ooh, that's a nice headband too.
Like her kid.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the saddest thing I ever heard in my life. Soon. He asked him a question. He asked him about puppies. That happens around now.
There's a puppy related question.
Yeah.
Picard famously hates children, so
yeah. Have you ever played with puppies? And he says, "No, Ian, I don't think I've played with puppies."
Yeah, he just said it.
Grown ass man's never played with a puppy.
Tells you a lot about his upbringing.
That made me deeply sad for Picard.
Well, I mean, you'll be happy to know that later on in his life, he loves puppies. I assume
it's true.
He loves pit bulls.
He does.
He's got. Mm-hmm.
Are we talking about the show or
yep.
real life?
Yeah, both
show and real life.
Okay, glad he makes up for lost time. So it's like, he's explaining his life. He's like, "No, son, I've never played with a puppy.
I cannot relate to you on this thing."
Mm-hmm.
I think it's just more his hatred for kids.
Yeah.
You know, you don't really want to have a puppy conversation with someone you hate, right? Then you might start liking them.
He seems softer with this kid, I think, but partly he's just confused.
He just hates Wesley most of all.
I mean, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Picard is starting to get more soft and cuddly.
I don't know. He's like, why are you here on this ship?
Yeah, no. Picard's treating this like a science experiment.
Yeah.
Like, he's not.
Mm-hmm.
He's like,
There's
what
no
is your?
empathy here.
He's like, what is your purpose here on the ship?
Yeah.
That's what you do. That's what you do for a Betazoid bar mitzvah. That's just what they're putting them through. Like, this is a rite of passage. What are you doing here?
Erin, I am going to predict that you will turn on Dr. Pulaski.
I'm sure I will.
Goes.
Just was expecting to really hate her, and I was just like, she's just, I don't know. I don't warm to her, but
she's really pretty terrible to Data on a regular basis. And Data was by that point, you know, Data was like the breakout character of this show. So the fans.
Okay, finally, we're in the 10 forward.
10 forward again. I fucking love 10 forward.
The fans hated Dr. Pulaski.
Yeah.
Because they loved Data.
Well, they must have been in shock too that what's her face was gone. So finally we get some Whoopi time.
Here it is.
Lady Chess in the background.
Oh.
Like, excuse me, child, what are you doing?
Bartender.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a different hat.
It's an alien. I don't think we're
hat,
supposed to
or is
know
it the
that
same
yet.
hat?
That is a different hat from the hat she was wearing earlier.
Yeah.
It's a different outfit altogether.
Yeah.
Oh, that's. I thought she had just pushed it back, but no, you're right. The color's different as well.
Wesley's trying to decide whether to stay on the ship or go to Earth to live with his mom. Right? Is that what's happening in this?
Correct.
So she's like kind of like a chill person to talk to. And he's enjoying it.
Guinan's whole thing is that she is the best advice giver in the galaxy.
Because she's, 900 years old or something like that?
Exactly. And so I had a question about that. How old are the other aliens?
Her species they're all super old. Like that's
they're like elves.
They live a very long time. We'll see an episode with her several seasons from now where the gang goes back to like early 1900s, and Guinan is there on Earth, like on vacation.
Oh, and they're
Guinan?
like,
Guinan,
but she doesn't know them because it's young Guinan, but it's still Whoopi Goldberg.
Yeah, she's played by someone else.
No, it's still Whoopi Goldberg, but she's just like, who are you?
Played as a child by Isis Carmen Jones in the episode Rascals.
That's a different episode.
That's a different one.
That's when they all get turned into children.
They get turned into children.
That's Star Trek babies.
Yeah. But that's amazing.
Wonderful episode.
Erin, have you done research? What the hell is going on here?
Damn it! And I'm
get out of here. This is not right. What is going on with 2020?
I took my role seriously.
If you Minh, if you're taking Erin as your partner, and then Erin is taking me, because she's doing research. Erin, do you have corrections? Do you have corrections for her?
No, but I'm trying to get through my Whoopi stuff.
Do it. Keep going. Keep going.
Yeah?
Keep going. Right in that whip.
Okay.
Tell us what you got.
I was a fan of Star Trek. She wanted to be on the show. She looked up to Nichelle Nichols.
Yup.
Sure.
She said she remembered when she was 9 years old and she saw Uhura on the screen and she went running through her house shouting, "Come here, Mom. Everybody come quick. There's a black lady on television and she ain't no maid."
Classic Whoopi story.
Yeah. So she
story a lot.
Realized that there was a opening that they needed more female characters. So she threw her hat in the ring, essentially. And do you know why her character's name is Guinan?
I do, but go ahead and tell everybody.
I don't.
She's named after a real bar owner from the Prohibition era named Texas Guinan. She was an MC of the 300 Club in New York City during Prohibition.
Doesn't it look like Patches just smelled my socks?
Yeah, it does.
She's covering her face.
Damn. That's
Also,
knowledge.
I have some Whoopi material. I have some Whoopi material as well, Erin, whenever you're ready.
Well, I just want to float a theory that I came up with today of why she had a love connection with Ted Danson. They both played bartenders on TV.
Oh.
What do you mean she had a love connection? Like they
were together for a lot of years.
Yep.
He destroyed one of his marriages, actually, because there was some overlap.
I never knew that. That's crazy.
Oh, it was big time back in the day.
I really love what
big deal because they seemed like an unlikely couple.
Yeah, totally. Wow.
So I think the bartender is the tie that binds because he was Sam Malone and she's Guinan.
Yeah,
I like it.
The rumor is that's who Will Wheaton lost his virginity to.
Ted Danson? Wow.
Yeah, I wish.
I have some theories about Whoopi Goldberg's sexuality that I will share with you when we are not recording.
Anyway, I just enjoy the scenes. I think she actually steals the scenes she's in. Like she's just good at, she just has a little something extra.
She's got amazing gravitas.
She's a great character.
I think the lines of her face, she's just like nice to look at. She's like a sculpture, kind of. It's
they light her scenes totally differently.
But it's well lit in the bar too. Mm-hmm. It's very flattering. Versus Pulaski, who's like,
wait, you're like
jerky.
I know she looks like the teleporter operator a little bit.
Like, did you two come here together?
I'd like her. I don't know.
I feel like it's they've done some sort of like 4K restoration thing with this footage or something because it feels very sharp, very like high res.
His face is seen extra craggly.
Season 2?
Yeah.
Those are just the faces we're showing. They're not as smoothed over with.
I can see every wrinkle on Diana Muldaur's face.
So before you all went into Vajiger and Vajiger, I was going to say, speaking of script rewrites, I have Corky Romano information about script rewrites. Carefully selected.
I love the way you've delicately woven this episode.
Segue that shit.
The hell of a segue.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I was segueing, and then I threw the book down when you started doing Vajiger.
That's what you're supposed to do.
Min, how old do you think Diana Muldaur is in this episode?
54.
What?
She's 50, exactly.
Oh, not bad. Okay.
Okay. Good.
How old do you think that guy is?
72.
Rip Tyler is like unageable. He is like.
All right, FMK.
Rip Tyler.
Whoopi Goldberg, Diana Muldaur, and Seymour Cassel.
You marry Whoopi.
All right.
You marry Whoopi.
Yes.
You fuck Dr. Pulaski. And you kill Seymour.
Which one's Seymour?
No, Seymour.
Seymour Krelborn.
Mm-hmm. But he seems so nice. I would hate to kill him.
Well, if it were easy, it wouldn't be a game, man.
Yeah.
I think you're right. I agree with Matt on that one.
But then why solitaire a game? Solitaire's easy.
I'd kill Whoopi because it's great to kill something 900 years old. And then...
Let's see.
You're the person who ran into the 1,000-year-old tree.
Oh no, Ian died, guys.
Oh, already?
Yeah. It was
a
time for
Tinkleberry to go back.
Tinkleberry to head on
This
out.
entire thing has happened in less than 24 hours, and Deanna is reacting like
she's a betazoid.
Her actual child died.
Well, I think Riker should take note. Like, I need to put a baby in her. Like,
yeah.
If I don't do it, she's gonna go somewhere else.
He looks like
she will let any old floating ball of light just knock her up.
Yeah. There was no consent.
And
she was sleeping. You can't consent
yeah.
when you're sleeping.
But it was only a 24-hour virus that she caught.
Erin, you'll be happy to know that in the future, Riker and Troy, they may have a happily ever after.
Hope so. But for TV's sake, it has to be strung out for like 11 seasons.
Isn't it like strung out for like the longest time?
She has 3 more kids before they get. I'm
obsessed with that pillowcase too. I was like, it's shiny. What's happening?
Yeah.
It has to be shiny so you know it's the future.
Wait, does he go back into your body and you get pregnant again?
Oh, that would suck.
He's gonna nibble off a little bit.
Yeah.
Tastes like a battery.
You gotta clap or else she'll die.
Yeah.
No one clap.
I gave you an alien STD. Goodbye.
It looks like it has a plastic like sheet over it. That pillow.
The pillow.
Yeah, it looks like it's in a plastic bag, like your grandmother would put. Like,
yeah, it does not look like a
couch in a plastic bag.
Pillowcase.
Yeah. It's like the don't touch the furniture kind of house.
It's not a breathable.
She doesn't like to breathe. She likes to flirt with death every time she takes a nap. I roll over on my belly and I'm gonna die. It makes her very susceptible to any erotic stimulation. Like, I love Tinkerbell.
Curious.
You guys liked this a lot more than I thought you would. I was expecting a lot more bagging on this episode.
Well, it's ridiculous, and the fact that she's like going for it is weird, but it's kind of watchable though.
It's kind of a good story to talk about though, because it's so ridiculous. Like a 24-hour baby, a bunch of, it's like all those people.
And now she can be like, remember when I was a mom for a day, and like, you know.
Actually, they will never, ever, ever mention any of this ever again.
Not talk about that shit.
Like, they never have any episodes where it's like, I'm sad because I miss my baby. Like, they just never talk about it ever again.
I wonder what Ian's up to.
Yeah.
But it does give her a whole huge emotional arc that she can play through, right? Like having a baby and then losing the baby. It's almost like not quite a miscarriage.
Been there, miscarriage of justice.
I mean, it's definitely the biggest episode she ever has ever had so far up to now. Like.
The reason why she was crying because she's like, I have acting to do in this episode.
She was really happy.
She was in the one with the Metamucil character that she had a lot of really strong emotion for as well. We watched that not too long ago.
The printer.
Yeah, but she's like the main character in this episode, and that's really this is really.
Yeah, she'll bond with anything. That was her baby too.
Yeah.
Word's gotten around the universe that she'll bond with Anderson. Yo,
wait, guys,
you want to get laid? I know some star coordinates. What you talking about? I know there's a lady on there that will do anything. You got energy. You got slime. You got. Go ahead.
Down for it.
Yeah, she down.
So Wesley's trying to say, I want to stay even though my mom's not here, which is weird.
How long before we get Crusher back?
The only bad thing about Joy is that after 24 hours, you'll have a kid. So,
yeah.
I agree.
Wesley's like that kid who goes to a friend's house and then the friend like leaves and he's like, can I just stay with your parents?
Yeah.
And everybody's like, I don't know what to say. It's awkward.
Let's not miss the main point of this episode is that Geordi's work is flawless and Geordi has done nothing wrong. Geordi is just quietly in the background of the episode, completely nailing and crushing it.
Yeah. Earning his promotion.
He should be renamed Crusher.
Yeah. He's crushing it. He should be you should bless his mom.
Whoopi Goldberg and LeVar Burton were friends. That was partly.
Oh, that's part of the Whoopi trivia?
Yeah.
Whoopi facts.
I think that's...
Yeah, and they both ostracized Michael Dorn.
She approached him. They thought they were being pranked.
What?
It says here. It says Goldberg approached her friend, actor LeVar Burton, who played Geordie LaForge in The Next Generation, but the producers of the series ignored her, believing that they were being pranked, until Goldberg telephoned the production office directly.
Gotcha.
Oh.
Well, she went on. This is '88. She went on to win an Oscar in '91 for Ghost.
Yeah, what was she doing around this time?
She was big, though. She was already big.
Mm-hmm. Have you done Sister Act yet?
She'd already,
that was older.
She'd already been in Jumpin' Jack Flash.
Yeah.
That shit was big, man.
I love that movie.
So we did what? Karina during this time, too? No?
Would she have done Color Purple yet? Or is that later?
Oh, definitely, yeah. She was young when she did that.
I think Karina was maybe a little bit after, but I don't know. It's all kind of happened at the same time. Anyway, big movie star, and at that time, you weren't supposed to be in TV if you were a movie.
True that. They didn't even do commercials there.
Yeah.
So.
Wow. There you go, season 2. It's starting.
Wow. Man, hats off.
Begins with a child.
Hats off to season 2, except you can't take your hat off, can you, Guinan? Because they're all wrapped around your head.
Yeah. Well, I feel like I had a baby in this day as I watched Star Trek and did all my research today.
I thought you did really well, Erin.
Yeah.
That'll make anybody feel like that.
So never again, y'all. One and done, just like Deanna.
Well, I was hoping to make this a regular thing.
Never done, so we'll never get
that. I enjoyed it.
I mean, I think you should do it every week now. I mean, I don't see why not.
Or just every Whoopi episode.
Every Whoopi episode.
I would be I would more than happy.
Every episode in season 2.
Well, let's see.
Every time
I have a list.
Every time she joins a new
She's in
series.
29 episodes.
Oh, that's a lot.
Of the whole thing? I mean, that's
and
spread.
2 theatrical films, Generations and Nemesis.
Ooh. But there's probably Whoopi eps, like A Story is mostly Whoopi. There's probably 3 or 4 of those.
There's not very many of those.
I think I could handle that.
Did you say there's one like where she turns into a kid?
You think you could handle the 28 remaining Whoopi episodes?
Spread out over.
I could handle the 3 where she's the
main.
She'll do any Whoopi episodes where there's a baby that is born and dies in the same day.
Yeah.
Oh, well then you're good. You're in luck.
There's a lot of that. There's that gets rid of about 7 or 8 episodes, but you're still on the hook for a lot of them.
Yeah. So should I clear this shit out?
You gonna close it out? Wait, are we done? Like this is gonna be
Do you have more Whoopi stuff you wanted to talk about, Matt?
I mean, it doesn't matter. You guys covered it mostly. I was gonna do a
28.
I was gonna do a little more. I was going to do a little more on sort of her career and where she was at the time that she did this episode, but it doesn't really matter. You guys mostly covered it.
We did.
Yeah, lay it on us. Where was she? Why did you do this episode?
Well, Erin covered why she did it. And
you weren't
story
listening.
That
No.
she was inspired by Nichelle Nichols and
Yeah, I think that's cool.
grew up wanting to be on Star Trek. And so she called Erin already told the story. The producers thought it was a joke because Whoopi Goldberg was essentially a movie star, although not quite the movie star that she was about to become. Because Ghost is the following year. So at this point in her career, she's on The Color Purple. That was the first movie she was ever in. And got nominated for an Academy Award. But then she makes these movies are not bad movies, but they're not big, Jumpin' Jack Flash, Burglar, like Fatal Beauty. She's in these kind of dumb action comedies, that's kind of where she's at. And so she wasn't yet Whoopi Goldberg, right? That doesn't happen until Ghost. So the producers kind of got lucky because they kind of got her before she became like ungettable. You know, after Ghost and Sister Act, there's no way she signs up to do this, right? But they kind of got her right before she really blew up into a huge.
But it sounds like she was a fan of it, so she would have done it anyways, even if she was.
She may not have been available, though.
At that point, you're not available. If you're a big time movie star, you're probably not available to do.
You're on the Oscar upswing, hopefully.
Yeah, or maybe just out of the budget of the show.
Who's that?
Well,
is that Riker's beard? Riker's beard. Who came out of the shower there and gave us his insight into what it's like to be a super celebrity?
And then by like 1994, her movie career is essentially over. Like she had a very brief like run.
Yeah, it's kind of like his baby.
And then it's over. She makes a lot of bad movies. Is the problem? Like, that nobody
Eddie and
I mean,
T-Rex,
just a series of sort of bad. Either she's making bad choices, or they weren't offering her good parts, or
she makes a movie where she plays a cop, where the cop's partner is a dinosaur.
Theodore Rex, that movie is called.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Come on. Every big movie star, superstar, has done multiple bad movies.
Yeah, but you can only make so many in a row before Hollywood starts to go, maybe it's you, not us.
So you mean another star could have rescued Theodore Rex?
I don't know.
I don't know. Riker's beard, what do you think?
Oh yeah.
I mean, not all of the movies are bad. I mean, she's in some good movies. She's in How Stella Got Her Groove Back. She's in some okay movies, but she makes a lot of bad ones. And then she says, "You know what? Hollywood is not really for me." She gives an interview where she says, they don't know what to do with me. They can't write scripts for me, and so I'm essentially not going to be a movie star anymore. She becomes center square on Hollywood Squares in 1998.
Hey man, steady
deal.
A huge deal, and that show, and like a big hit. Like that show was a big hit. And she does that for like 4 years. She does a sitcom that only lasts a season. And then she joins The View in like 2007, and she's been on The View ever since, which blew me away when I read it. Like, she's been on The View for 13 years.
Yeah.
I did not realize it had been that long. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah. And she's still doing that?
Yeah.
Okay. I never watched The View because I probably would have if if it was on at a different decade. Because I watched a lot of daytime TV, but I've not been available in the daytime since The View became a show. So
most people with jobs aren't watching The View.
What's that?
People who have jobs generally probably aren't watching The View. Right?
Yeah, but like when I was a teenager and stuff, I loved daytime TV, like all the talk shows.
There's a podcast idea. Let's go watch all the episodes of The View.
Yeah.
The View is a fascinating time capsule, actually. You could make an argument that you could do a sociological study based on what The View is talking about, you know?
Interesting.
But I feel like I've only watched it like subtitles at the laundromat. Like I've never actually sat down and watched A View.
Yeah, I don't think I really have ever either, except maybe in passing. If you're like homesick or something, it's on. But I can't remember ever like watching it at a regular basis. It's been on since 1997, and it's on.
What?
Yeah, and it's on. 5 days a week.
Well, it's persisted because for a while there were a lot of shows like that, but. Or just, talk shows, but there aren't as many now.
Also,
I'm just saying, if you wanted to do Philippe's idea of recapping every episode of The View, it's a lot of episodes. It's It's 3,785 episodes.
Yeah.
It's probably more than Star Trek has.
It is. It's like 5 times as much as Star Trek.
All right,
You thought there was a lot of Star Trek.
now.
The View.
I think
fucking
we
blow
should
Star
throw
Trek out
a
a
little
lot.
bit of View into every episode of this, and then just double dip.
All right, Philippe, that's your job. You have to come back every week with a tip from a.
I'll give you. I'll tell you what happened on The View in 1997 next week.
Please do.
You could make it up, and we would totally believe it, and it probably would have happened on one episode of The
exactly. Well, I can just wait till this show catches up to 1997, and then I'll start We'll start simul podcasting. You guys keep going with Star Trek. I'll start whipping out the Whoopi.
Yeah.
Which Star Trek's out in 1997? Still this one, right? No.
No.
94.
DS9. I don't think Voyager might have started around then.
All right.
Yeah, it's right towards the end of.
You're right in the middle of DS9.
All right. Well, that's what we'll be doing. It'll be a real curveball in the middle of DS9. Whoopi's back. Wait, she won't be back for 2007. It'll be a while.
Jesus.
Okay. I gotta rethink this one.
Yes.
I'm having second thoughts for the first
Hey,
time.
Jake, just cut the last 20 minutes.
Done and done.
All right. We made no promises about a podcast simulcast with The View.
All right. Close this shit down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Everything since Matt said, Erin actually covered a lot of this before, but here is going to go.
Anyway.
I'm cutting all my good Whoopi information, even though it was redundant to things we had mostly already said.
Redundant. There were some new stories there. Mm-hmm.
There are some nuggets, some nugs.
I don't need your pity, man.
Just saying that where
You're like, no, it was fine. It was good, really. No, it was good. It was good. Everyone was really happy you did that.
Yeah, things will all go back to normal next
quite
episode.
like that. Yeah.
So you can find us on iTunes and other platforms for podcasts. So please rate, review, and subscribe. You can find us on Instagram, I've been told, under Warp the Podcast. Twitter at Warped Trek. You can find Matt at Host Warped. And you can do some D&D weird stuff at Wet Maynard.
Weird
if
stuff.
you want to take a deep dive, a deep tangential dive. And we also have Fresh Gear on Instagram under lunar_flare. So
Nice.
those are the various things you might want to participate in. And this has been a fun sesh, guys.
Yay.
Thank you, Erin. Great job.
Yeah.
I'm Erin.
What'd you say?
I said I'm Erin.
I'm John.
I'm Matt.
I'm Jake.
I'm Philippe.
I'm in win.
And I'm May.
Yay.